Hi, little birds. It's your girl Jalen coming back at you today. And I'm going to talk about one thing that I've struggled with. And it was a good suggestion by one of my friends back in Florida. And it was on dating. On dating as a trans person, which has its own complications as well as, just being a person and who you are can complicate things as well as how you identify sexually. So, for me, before I transitioned, I didn't date much. It was very much very hard for me. I just didn't connect well with anybody and I was very shy. Along with, I there's plenty of girls that I liked, but I could never find the courage to ask them out, and when I did, it was always the wrong timing, and it just never really worked out for me. But I tried eHarmony, which went pretty well. I did meet a person on there. We talked like about everything and called on the phone and we sent packages and this happened to be my ex-wife. So I did like doing the online dating thing just because it was a little less stress as far as, meeting in person at first and you didn't have those nerves that you do when you're in person. So I do like the online dating for that, but at the same time, my opinion changed a little bit on that just because of my transition and where I'm at. And so online dating right now for me kind of looks like this. Uh, the guys tend to be a little boring, and all they say is, "Hi, give me some substance, people. I want to know about you, Actually message me a message. Don't be like, hi. I'm going to just reply back, hi." So that conversation doesn't go very far. Um, or the other ones are like, "Oh, you're super sexy. I would like to get you in bed." I'm all about, sex and everything, but that's probably not the first thing you want to mention in your first email to somebody. It For me, I want that emotional connection first. I want that zing, that pop that you feel when you connect with somebody, and that connection's there and strong. So for me, yeah, that just doesn't do it for me. Or they're like, "Oh, I love trainees." Okay, you just turned me off right there. You referred to me as a very negative thing because one, I don't like the term trainee. I don't like the word transsexual because it they both have very negative meanings as far as in the sex industry and how they're portrayed. So those two words I don't really like at all. And immediately if somebody comes out with that, I'm like, okay, they're just connecting with what's downstairs. What is in between my legs, which that doesn't define me. That is not who I am. Yes, I may or may not have them, or may or may not have other parts. Who knows? But it's not something that we should be focused on as far as dating. Now, of course, if I'm with somebody and I feel it's right and feel things are going good, yeah, I will mention, hey, I'm transgender and this is what I got going on. Because in the end, I don't want that person being surprised when, we get in bed together or anything like that. So definitely I wouldn't, you know, be upfront if it's in person. it's not necessary to be upfront and just lay it all out there. But if it's online, I definitely treat that as a little different, since you're further apart typically, and you're communicating online. I'm usually very open online, and I'm straightforward. I tell them straight out, I'm trans, I'm pre-operative. I tell them so that they can they already know going into it, communicating with me, that hey, this is who she is, and you can either accept it or not. And so you do get those trolls out there, as I've heard a lot in the chat rooms I go to. And it's unfortunate, because I am not a fetish toy. I'm not some idealized sex toy, and or someone that even might enjoy it. I do enjoy it, but that's not something I just totally go for coming out of the gate. And as far as, sure, you can be into transgender people and really like them, but in the end, you have to like the person. You have to go for that person. And for dating, for me now, I really look for somebody that's honest, open, and just wants to communicate with me and not bring up other things. Now, if they have questions, I can totally understand and I can relate, because they want to try to understand me, try to figure out my history and who I am, which, obviously being a guy was part of my history. I'm not going to hide that. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, when I was a little girl. No, I'm going to be very honest with them and, tell them my history. I'll even dig up the boy photos and be like, yeah, this is who I was. What do you think? And, it's just one of those things. I mean, we're all people. We all wear our hearts on our sleeve to some extent. And we just have to remember that we have to be respectful to all people. And, some of the ways you approach people under dating situations is not appropriate. So don't bring it there. The biggest thing is just being honest, being respectful, and treat me as a person. That's what dating is about, is trying to find that person you have a connection with that respects you, is honest, and can communicate well with you. And if it happens, it happens, and it's going to happen at the times that you're not really looking for it. From everything that I've learned, is, it's not, if you're actively looking, sometimes you'll find it, but it's when you're not looking that somebody just pops into your life, and it's just like, bing, the light bulb comes on, and you're like, I might love this person. So that is my take on dating. I definitely take all of the messages I get with a grain of salt, and take it individual. It's like, in the end, if you can't communicate with me well, it's not probably going to work out. So communication is also a big factor in dating. So again, just take your dating slowly, be safe, understand that there are great people out there, but there's also people that have this over idealized sexual thing about transgender people from porn. And it's unfortunate, but that's what a lot of people see and understand about us. And they don't mean anything by it, but again, they haven't educated themselves, and you know, they should. If they want to be with somebody like us, they need to educate themselves as well. Because, hello, it's going to be different with me than with a cisgendered person. So that is pretty much how I view dating. Now, it's not how everyone views dating as far as the trans community, but it is how I take it and how I view it. And it's come a long way since I first really got into dating with my ex-wife, and you know, since then, and all the divorce and all that. So it's definitely a different take for me. And again, be your authentic selves, be who you're supposed to be comfortable in your own skin, and I will see you next time. And if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like all my content, please subscribe below, right there, and with the little red dot. And you know, you'll get updates and things of when I release videos, so that you can stay updated. Again, sayonara, bye.